Hey everyone, how are you? Sarina here. Oh, it feels so good, y'all, to be back live on our page. Came on kind of an impromptu live last week and said, we're getting ready to ramp this up. So it's really quite interesting when you step away for a couple of months, how many people are like, oh my God, I missed you. And because you really don't think that anyone pays attention when you don't go live. But I guess when you've been going live like literally every single week for like 6 years and then suddenly you're not there, people are like, oh, ooh, what? That's crazy. So, anyways, good evening, everybody. How are you? Tonight we're going to be talking about the two things that are keeping you from success inside of your creative business. As you guys know, I work with creatives. And so I'm mainly speaking to creatives, but I really think that a lot of this applies. It doesn't really matter what kind of business it is. Business is business is business. We're getting ready in the month of July. We're going to be doing an entire month of coaching in a private group. And I'm super excited because every year in July we do the Date Me for $1. And so I love the promo because it's so much fun and it's so ridiculous. But come and date me for $1 for the month of July, no joke. And I actually got a message last week, an email last week that's like, why July? It's like the worst month. I'm like, oh no, July is literally like the best month. Let me tell you why. Because as creatives, our fourth quarter, once we hit August and we get our kids back to school and grandkids back to school and nieces and nephews and all that jazz, our fourth quarter starts on September 1st. We don't wait for October. And really, our fourth quarter kind of starts like mid-August. If y'all have been in Hobby Lobby or Michael's lately, you know exactly what I'm talking about, like game on. So the month of July is typically a very slow month for creatives and sales. It's a great time to be working and focusing on your business to ramp it up and get ready for fourth quarter sales. And so that's why we have always chosen to do Date Me for $1 in the month of July. I think one year we did it in like September, and that was way too late, way too late. So we're definitely in the month of July, the entire month of July. We're going to be merging in anybody inside my coaching group that wants to join in on the fun. I know some of them are super busy inside of their own businesses, but nonetheless, I'm going to be combining in both worlds for sure, like both worlds. I love Michelle's like, hey, everybody, I'm reading captions at a restaurant. That could be super scary with me because a lot of times Facebook doesn't have a clue what I'm saying. So anyways, you guys, if you could like, we're supposed to not say that share word, which is so weird to me because why does Facebook have a share button if we can't say the share word? So if y'all could sprinkle some love for me and share this out to your communities, I have nothing to sell y'all. So tonight is really actually the next few weeks are really all about like creating action inside of your business and giving you tips and tricks and motivation and whatnot to keep moving forward. I always like to include some of my own personal journeys and trials and tribulations. I roll because as we know, Serina's had a few fails, just a couple, right? We're also live tonight on YouTube. So hello on my YouTube family as well. I can see you over here in the comments. So hi, YouTube. I'm so glad that you guys can make it over here. So you guys, so let's talk about the first thing. To me, this is the easiest thing. It hands down, super easy to tackle versus number two. All right. And the first thing that causes you not to succeed in business is the lack of a plan. Okay. Let's face it, you guys, we're creatives. We are hands down creatives. There's no doubt about it. If you follow me, it's because you create something, right? You make something. We are creatives, and creatives are dreamers. And because we're dreamers, we're incredibly terrible planners. We fly by the seat of our pants. We think it's just going to happen. We think that all the pieces of the puzzle are just going to line up. And you know what? Sometimes it does. But we definitely need a plan. And when somebody says to me, Serina, what's your goal in 5 years? Y'all, that shuts me down. That completely shuts me down. But when they say, hey, what do you want to accomplish between now and June, now and the end of the year? I can hammer it out like this. Poor Leanne, I've been hammering it all out all day to her because I'm actually in planning mode right now. I think that it's important as creatives to take some time away from making our products, from making our sales. Guys, the summer months are a really good time to do that. Step aside and take some time to really strategically plan out. It's hard, y'all. It's really, really hard. But I think if you can plan out where you're going, and I want you to take a 3-month approach and plan it out. I'm going to show you guys what I do, what I'm working on right now. And this is kind of the rough. And then I take this and I schedule it inside of this here so that everything is like right there for me. Okay. So ideally, 3 to 6 months is what you want to have planned out. Now, there's a couple of different types of plans. You have like the big dreamer plan, right? You got the big dreamer plan. You got the big plan of like, I want to go live. I want to create, I want to monetize my Facebook, or I want to monetize one of my social media platforms. I want to start my blog. I want to get on Shopify. I want to do all the things, right? That's like the big plan. Okay. So that is the big plan. And here's what I advise you do. You take that big plan, map all those things out that you want to do, all those big dreams. Even if some of them are 5-year dreams, it's okay. Map those dreams out. And then what I want you to do is take one dream that you want to work on right now. Like, what is that one dream you want to tackle right this minute? And that becomes your focus, and you map it out. Okay. What is it going to take to get Facebook monetized? Or what is it going to take to get my Shopify store up and going? What's it going to take for me to get products listed on Etsy? What's it going to take for me to schedule social media content for my launch? Like, all of these are like maybe going into launch, and then you have all the activities over here, which is where we're at right now. And so you got to have a plan. You guys, I have seen it over and over and over and over. I mean, so many million, I could just say that like 5 million times. Those in my coaching program who show up every single day. And when I mean they show up every day, I mean they show up every single day. Those are my success stories. The ones I never hear from who are avoiding me, because there's a little running joke inside of my group that they're a little fearful of me. Okay. It lovingly, they're a little scared of me, because they know I'm going to call them out when they're like, I can't get any sales. Well, because you don't freaking show up. Like, I can't help you with that. Like, I can't make that happen. Only you can make that happen. Whether it's on social media, whether it's on Shopify, whether it's on Etsy, whether it's on Pinterest, you have to show up every single day. Your audience has to, nobody knows you exist. Okay. Even if you have 10,000 followers on Facebook, kudos. Well done, baby girl. Well done. It doesn't mean anything, because only 1 to 3% of that is actually seeing you. Okay. Like, we have to show up every single day. Statistics say that you have to do something 27 times, the same thing 27 times for your entire social media audience to see it. What? I know what you think. You think that you showed up one time, you did one live video, you posted one thing, you did one of that. You like, oh, yep, I'm in a launch. I'm planning my launch. I sent out one email. I went live one time, and I showed it behind the scenes. Okay. I'm telling you right now, only 8% of your audience saw that. Okay. Now, the 8%, how many were willing to buy? Like 0. So you didn't get any sales, right? Duh, it's math. So in order to make this master plan, you got to show up every day so you know what you need. A lot of people, they sit down and try to make a plan, but they don't know what they need because they don't show up. They don't listen to their audience. They don't talk to them. They don't get feedback. Man, feedback's big, y'all. I ask my community 2 times a year for feedback. Private little survey. They can put their name in or not put their name in. I want to hear what they have to say. Like, that's how I learn from them. That's how we implement. That's how we make things better. So I'm going to show you guys here. Is kind of how I plan out. I get in Canva. See this? The month of June right there. It's y'all, you think I got some fancy crap over here? Ain't nothing fancy over here. Print this out. I went color. That's pretty fancy for me because it costs more money to do color. Anyways, so I print out these calendars on Canva, and I map out in print. You see that? That's printed. Of what has to happen. Those are the things I have to do. I have to show up in my mastermind. I have to do my Q&As. I have to do my power hour sessions. I have to do my motivation Mondays. Those are all the things I have to do. Okay. And then from there, I'm going to show you the next page because the next page is getting a little squirrely. Here, woo, month of July, y'all. Sarina's going to need a vacation after this. Then I start mapping out. After all the things I have to do, I start mapping out all the things that will get me to my next goal, right? We got the have to do's, got to show up every day. But what is going to get me to that goal? And guess what? I put the goal at the top, you guys. Launch blog. Sarina's bringing her blog back. I was a blogger for 9 years, y'all. I'm a little bit nervous, kind of excited about it, because it literally has been 9 years since, 10 years actually, since I closed my blog. 2013. So 9 years that I closed my blog, right? No, it was 2015. I blogged for 9 years, and I closed it. I started blogging in 2004, and I closed it in 2015. So that's 7 years. My blog is launching in July. So what do I have to do in June to get my blog to launch in July? What do I have to do? It has to go live at some point, right? We're working on that. It's working. It's going, right? And I've got to get content for it, and there's a lot of things we need to do. And then from there, you move on, and you move on to the next month, right? Launch Pin Society. Yes, y'all, it's coming. I know y'all have been so patient with me. It's coming. We're working on it. So the month of July is going to be spent, date before dollar, and working on the launch of Pin Society. And so that's how I kind of take it step by step by step. Okay, launch Pin Society. Okay, after I launch out the first month, then I got to spend the next month marketing Pin Society, right? And then I got to see what's working and what's not working. And then we kind of refine it, and then we do it again. And then it's the holidays, y'all, and we all know what happens there. So your plan is extremely important. It doesn't have to be in permanent ink. It can be in pencil, y'all, so you can scribble, scrabble. Look, I got a scribble, scrabble month over here. Let me show you. Look at that scribble, scrabble month right there. I got all kinds of scribble, scrabble because that's our social media ramp up month. So lots of scribble, scrabble, okay? It doesn't have to be perfect. There's no such thing as perfect when you're developing a plan. A plan is meant to guide you every single day in the direction that you want to move forward to. And if you don't have a plan, you're just a dreamer. And dreamers are just dreamers. And you got to have a plan. If you want to make those all come true, you have to have a plan. When y'all go on vacation, I wish that people would plan their businesses like they do on vacation. I have seen some of these vacation plans, and it is crazy. Like, it's insane. Like, the amount of work and detail that goes into planning a vacation, if only we did the same thing on our businesses. Right? I love this. June says, I did a lot of searching on vacation, and I've been holding myself back. My own damn fault. The ugly doubt monster. We're going to talk about that here in just a second, June. I know I need to jump in and find myself along the way. And I left the self-doubt at the Atlanta airport with the idiot Delta employees. June, that's the best right there. That is the best right there, man. But no, it's crazy. You have to plan it out. It's not meant to be perfect. It's not set in stone. You can deviate from it. You can change it. You can erase it. There's nothing that's permanent inside of your businesses. But if you don't have anything at all, it's just a dream. It's a wish list. It's a bucket list, right? Plan your businesses like you plan your vacations. Right? You don't just show up at the airport. Well, some people do this. I would like to do this one day, but typically, for the most part, you don't show up to the airport unless you have a flight somewhere. You had to take the time to book that flight. You don't normally land in a place without having a plan of where you're going. I'd love to do that too and just not have a plan. But nevertheless, generally speaking, that's what you do, right? So you book a flight, you get a hotel, you rent a car, you find what your excursions, what you're going to do, what family you're going to see or not see. Right? So you plan these out. So you need to plan out your businesses. You got to plan your businesses out. All right. All right. So that's number one. That is number one thing why people, it's really the number two thing why people fail. Or why they can't succeed inside their creative businesses. The other one is, this is tough, y'all. And this is going to take a whole lot of self-love and a whole lot of like soul searching and a whole lot of cleansing to get there. And it's FEAR, fear. Fear is one of the most ridiculous, and June nailed it right there. Fear is one of the most ridiculous things that we have to deal with as being creatives, because you know what? Being a creative business owner, we just don't get the respect. We don't. When I tell people, yeah, I'm a financial advisor, they're like, oh, that's really cool. Like, it sounds so bougie, right? Right. And I'm like, oh, I'm a coach to creatives. They're like, what is that? Oh, struggling artist. You see what yeah, hardly not. But fear, we have fear, right? Every single one of us has fear. You guys know, maybe some of you have had the privilege of going to the Grand Canyon or going hiking or whatnot, or even you're driving along, Highway 101 on the Pacific Northwest. And if any of you have ever been there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The cliff's like right there. Like you're on the road, there's no guardrails. The cliff is like right there. If you are like texting and driving in the Pacific Northwest on Highway 101, yeah, you just are not going to survive that drive, basically. And but there's a lot of these look off, right? And you pull off into this lookout thing, and it's just this spectacular view. And you know what's there? It's a cliff. And there's like boundaries, and there's like gates there, and there's a cliff there, right? And what happens when we get to this cliff, right? And we get to this cliff, immediately, what do we want to do? We want to pull back because things get scary. They get uncomfortable. Our heart starts to beat fast. They're like, oh my God, I don't have the ability to do that. Like, I can't do that. I can't. That makes me nervous. That makes me scared. All these things. We do the exact same thing in our businesses, believe it or not. And I have seen it so many times, and it's the most heartbreaking thing ever. And usually inside of our creative businesses, people quit. And the minute you quit, you're done. You have to start it all over again. Every little bit of traction. I know it doesn't feel like a whole lot of traction, but every little bit of traction that you made is now completely gone when you quit. And we have so many, as women, as business owners, as creatives, as moms, I feel like we have a lot more fear than a lot of people have, right? We have a lot more fear. We have the fear of not being good enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy enough, right? I'm not worthy enough. I don't deserve this. Like I've said this in my coaching group. You know, many years I fought off this online coaching thing because I didn't think that I had, oh man, what did I think that I not had? I had it all, but I didn't know that I had it all. I didn't think that I was good enough. I didn't think that I was smart enough. I didn't think that I had enough experiences. And when I look back today, that's one of the most silly, most ridiculous thoughts ever. Because how many more experiences can one have? How much more knowledge can one have? I mean, y'all, like it took me a long time to say, you know what? I'm freaking smart. Like it took me a long time to say, hey, you know what? I'm a damn good businesswoman. I can grow a business like there is no tomorrow. And it doesn't matter if it's a creative business or it's a startup business here in Tampa Bay, but I am damn good at what I do. And it took me a long time, right? It took me a long time to be able to say those words. We have that fear inside of us that we're not good enough. That the product that we create, we're not worthy of that product. Imposter syndrome, right? Devil on one shoulder, the angel on the other. You're not good enough, sunshine. And the angel over here is like, F that, screw that. I'm doing whatever I want to do, right? And that's kind of how I feel in life right now. We often have this huge fear of success. I know that sounds weird because how can you have a fear of success? How can you be fearful of success? How? You are. Because you're fearful of people's perception of you. I got it. Like, I got it. I have fear of success. Is it going to change me as a person? Well, in my eyes, I'm very successful. So how much more? Then I say to myself, how much more success can I have? And I want a whole lot more. But success is different for everybody. Like that success isn't just about money, and it's just not about your following. And it's just not about, there's so much more to success than that. But we have this huge fear. We have a fear that nobody's going to show up, right? Literally, y'all, I just sent Leanne a message. I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna throw up. I never feel like I'm gonna throw up before go live. I've spent the last like 7 years of my life going live. I felt like I was gonna throw up. Oh crap, what if nobody shows up? I haven't been live in like forever. Do they even know who I am anymore? Of course y'all show up, right? And knowing that Facebook is a little bit funky junky lately, like they just don't love me as much as they used to, right? They just don't love me as much as they used to love me. They don't love me anymore. Probably because I don't love them back. But anyways, we fear of being told no. Y'all, I don't like being told no. I hate that word. I do not like being told no. If I'm told no, then I'm going to find a different way to ask it. Maybe I should have been an attorney, right? I do not like the word no. Now, I don't mind saying the word no, but I don't mind saying the word no if it's for me, if it's a benefit for me. Like, I got to stay in my lane. That's a no for me. Okay. But I usually just don't say, no, denied, right? No, I usually say, you know what? I just don't know if it's the best interest of me right now. But we have fear of being told no. We have a fear of reaching out to do a collaboration, to reaching out for an affiliate or to start something, or hey, even a business coach. I'm more fearful of being told, no, you can't do that. No, you're not good enough. No, your product sucks. There's no no's in this business. And if no is part of your business, you find another business. Like that, there are no no's. Like everything is a yes. Turn it into a yes. Find a different way to ask it. Find a different way to do it. And just find a different way. There's like the fear of being told no keeps us from moving forward because like, well, oh, she would never want to collaborate with me. She would never want to collaborate with me, right? Girlfriend, you don't know that. Trust me. You have an audience that person needs, and that person has an audience that you need. Collaboration is amazing. It is the tool. It is the key. I see it day after day after day after day. The more we collaborate and the more we respect each other and the more we love on each other, the further we will get. There is no in this business. Find a different way to ask it. The fear of not being accepted. How many of you, and I would love to know this, and I'll look over here so I can see whatever emoji you want to do, that fear of not being accepted. I've heard this. I don't want to post on my personal profile page on Facebook because I don't want my family to know what I'm doing. Then that's not a business. Because if nobody knows what you're doing, nobody knows what you're selling, and nobody knows what you're creating. You should never have a fear of not being accepted. If anything, you're in the most amazing world of free thinkers. We're creatives, right? We love, most of us, the people in my circle, love everybody. We love all different types of the rainbow, right? The more colorful you are, the more amazing you are, right? Color wins in the creative world, without a doubt, right? Because we're all like Fruit Loops and a bowl of Cheerios, right? We're all like those, like you have the plain Janes, the plain vanillas, and creative right away because we're the Fruit Loops. It got mixed in with it. That's us. Don't ever worry about being accepted in the creative community because, yeah, we're a bunch of weirdos. It's just how we roll. We are creatives. We are born creative. Whether you're creative or artistic or crafty or whatever, resourceful, whatever it is, we're born that way. You can't change that. And you shouldn't be fearful of not being accepted. Who cares what Aunt Betty thinks? Who cares what your cousin thinks? Who cares what anybody thinks? It's for you, not for them. Running a business is for you. It's your dream and your passion. It's your everything. It's not for them. It's not meant for them. It's meant for you, girl, boy, whomever, right? It's meant for you. And most of all, the fear of the unknown, right? And as we get closer to that cliff, that fear of unknown, oh my God, what if the rock slips? What if we go over? What if we do this? Like that fear of that. And what do you do when you get too close? Again, you step back. Naturally, our brains tell us, right? Our brains. Anyone know that story? You're laughing right now. But we naturally step back, right? It's just instinct. We step back, and it's instinct in our business. When things get hard, we take a step back. That is the worst thing you can do. I've got a picture I want to show you guys what it's like to have no fear. And a lot of us don't remember a time in our life when we had no fear. Every single one of us has fear. But I wish that there was a part of me that had a little bit of this. And let me see if I can get, actually, I think here, hang on just a second. I'm going to try to get this picture over, and I want to show you guys this picture. I saw this the other day when I was working on this, and you get like the things in your timeline and it says like 8 years ago today. Well, this was like 8 years ago, a couple of days ago. And let me get this pulled up here. And this is what it's like to have no fear. And if only we could run our businesses like a 7 or 8 year old, that would be incredible, right? So this is what it's like to have no fear, right? Here's my son 7 years ago at Niagara Falls. Y'all see that sign right there that says danger? And why like danger is like half red and half black? That's a creative for you. They do it differently in Canada. That's what it's like to have no fear, y'all. That's what it's like to just, sometimes you just have to like let it go. You just gotta do it. We have a lot to learn. I've said this before. We have a lot to learn from kids. And you guys know those amazing 2 and 3 year olds. No. And I would say, find that inner, right? Find your inner 3 and 4 year old and say no. Just say no, right? It just feels so good to say no. But there is an age at which we don't have that fear. So why do we have fear as adults trying to run our businesses? Why do we have fear of the unknown? Why do we have fear that the cliff isn't going to support us? Why do we have that fear? Have y'all ever fallen off a cliff before? No. What are the chances of falling off that cliff? I mean, if you jump, I mean, they're pretty like great. But when my son wants, okay, I am that mom, y'all. I'm going to say I'm that mom. When my son does something like that, I'm like, okay, Sebastian, listen, I'm all about exploration. I'm all about testing the limits, and I'm all about testing the boundaries. Okay, hold that thought. Let me take a picture because I got to capture this and remember this. But if there's a sign that says danger, there's probably a reason for it. I'm telling you right now, there's no danger signs in our creative businesses. There's no sign that's telling us danger, back away, like back away, right? Back away. There's no sign. All right. The only sign is in your mind. Remember, mind's like your mind is 80% of your success. I know it doesn't care about your product. You're thinking, man, that is the crappiest damn product I've ever seen. Why are they so as seen on TV crap, y'all? That as seen on TV crap, it's all crap. They had the mindset that this was the most amazing vacuum cleaner you ever had to have, or the most amazing whatever you ever had. This sponge is going to change your life, right? It's mindset. It is a mindset thing. It's mindset. And when our mind is full of fear, and it's fearful of everything we do, we're fearful of making the wrong decision. We're fearful of making the right decision. We're fearful of going live. We can't launch our products. We can't show up. People aren't going to like me. They don't think I'm pretty enough. Hey, y'all, when I say these things, I am dealing with this every single day myself. Like, so don't think that I'm like over here, like, that I'm like Miss Perfect, because it's certainly not. Actually, I was just telling a friend yesterday, I'm like, I hate Instagram. I'm not pretty enough to be an Instagram. Only pretty people are on Instagram. Like, nobody wants to see this train wreck. I'm a train wreck okay, I'm a train wreck most of the time. I'm okay with that. That's my brand. That's who I am. That's what I do. I want you guys to ask yourself, all right, I was good enough to start this journey. So why do I want to quit? And when I get somebody who's like, I'm frustrated, I want to quit and I can't do this. And like, that's usually right before, we just talked about this in Mastermind the other night, is usually right before a big breakthrough. Right before that big breakthrough. If you are good enough to start, then you're damn good enough to finish, right? So why do you want to quit? You guys remember that day when we started our creative businesses, when we had that idea and we had that product and we were like, oh my God, I got a name and I got 27 domains and which one am I going to pick? And this is going to be so amazing. And I can't wait. And I'm so excited. And then like, what happens? It all just fizzles out, right? It just goes away. It goes away. Why does it go away? If you're good enough to start, you're good enough to finish. Don't quit. Pivot. That's what we're talking about this month inside the Nook is pivoting. All month long, we're talking about pivoting because I got a lot of people on a pivot right now. Nobody, y'all, can make you successful. And I want you to know that. No business coach. I can't make you successful. I can help you with the tools. I can give you tools. I can't watch them for you. I did them. I don't need to watch them. Right? Nobody can make you successful. Nobody. There is no business coach. There is no program. There is no course. There is no content. There is no nothing. Nothing can make you successful except for you. It is your business. It is your brand. It is your product. It is the way that you do things. Nobody can take that away from you. Not a single person can take that away. And nobody can make you successful. I mean, I would love to be part of your success, but I can't make you successful. You have to want it. You have to dream it. You have to believe it. You have to plan it. And you got to get rid of the fear, right? You got to get rid of the fear. We're always going to have fear. So just accept that. I have fear every single day. So just like we all have fear, and fear is normal. But how you deal with that fear is a matter of, are you going to survive? Or are you going to drown? Right? Because the fear is strong. You don't have to be the best at what you do. You just have to have the passion for it. You do, you guys, when you're passionate about something, it's amazing what can happen when you're passionate about something. And we fight. I've got somebody I'm working with right now in my mastermind, and you know, she has an incredible product-based business. I won't name any names. I mean, a phenomenal product-based business and a phenomenal following. And she says, I keep coming back to my calling as teaching. And I said, oh yeah, I know all about that. For many years, I owned a paint company, home decor artist, decorative painter. That's my passion. Like that, I am passionate about that. But you know what? In the scheme of things, y'all, I wasn't very good. I wasn't good at all. My mother is an incredible faux finisher. I don't have the patience for it. I'm the half-ass faux finisher. Let me just half-ass this because ain't nobody going to see the mistakes but me. That's the kind of painter that I am. But let me tell you something. I had a very successful paint company, membership, etc. I still make good amount of money on YouTube every single month with my tutorials. And let me tell you something. I was a crappy painter, y'all. I wasn't a good painter, but you know what I was? I was a damn good teacher. And I was very good at teaching, and I'm still very good at teaching. Guess what I went to college for? I didn't go to college to be a financial advisor. I did nothing in finance. I hate math. I went to school to be a teacher. I have a degree in education. Like, I knew that I wanted to be a teacher. Actually, I wanted to be an attorney, but I just thought of like going to school for that long is like shut me down. But I knew that I wanted to be a teacher. And I just thought in my mind that being a teacher meant that I had to teach kids, that I had to, but really my path was to be a teacher all along. It just wasn't in the school system. That wasn't for me. I spent 6 months. Those were 6 months of my life. I was like, I'm going to be an alcoholic before I'm 25. I'm good. I'm done. I'm out. But inside of our world and inside of our journey, I want y'all to know you don't have to be the best crafter. You don't have to be the best painter. You don't have to be the best. What you have to have is a passion for it. And when you have a passion for it, people will feel that. They will see that. They will live that. They want that. If I came on here live and was a negative Nelly and like, whoa, me all the time, y'all wouldn't give me the time of day. You wouldn't give me the time of day. I come in here, I show up, I be me, I be real. I tell some of my story, some of them. I have a lot of them, but I just show up. I'm not the best coach. I think I'm pretty damn good, but I'm probably not like the best coach. The best coaches out there are tens upon thousands of dollars. And I'm just not really like I kind of like my $57 community, you know what I'm saying? So but I think that I'm very good at what I do. And I think that if as long as you have that mindset that you are very good at what you do, I am the best at what I do. I am the best at this. I am a damn good teacher. I was a crappy painter, y'all. I was the first to admit it. I used to tell the membership group, y'all, I kind of suck at painting. I really do. Like, I'm like the shortcut, the queen of shortcut. I'm the Reader's Digest. Let me just do enough to like looks great in pictures. There was a reason it was the $5 paint club, y'all. You pay for what you get. Pay for what you get, right? But I was very good at teaching, and I was very good at breaking it down. And I'm very good at colors, and I'm very good at palettes, and I'm very good at mixing colors, and I'm very good at, I can come up with my hex codes for colors. I'm very good at that. And to know that, like, it's okay. Like, I kind of sucked as a painter. I don't suck as a coach. I don't. I have the successes behind me finally. I don't suck at it. I'm very good at it. And I have an immense amount of passion for it. So I want you to wake up every single day and say, I am the best at what I do. You got to believe it, baby girl. If you don't believe that you're the best at what you do, nobody else is going to believe in you. You're never going to have the success that you desire, right? Because we all desire a certain type of success. Why? What is your why? Come back to your why every day. Every single morning you wake up. What is your why? Every single morning I wake up, you guys want to know what I say? What decisions can I make in my business today? Right? Because I know I can't fail. What decisions will I make in my business today? Because I know whatever decision I make that I can't fail at it. Everything is a win. Even the failures are wins. No matter what decision, what would you do today in your business? I'd love to know right here in the comments. What would you do today inside of your business if you knew you couldn't fail? There's no failures. Y'all, I hate to break it to you. There is no failures. There's no such thing as a failure. Our journeys are long, they are wide, they are drawn out, and some are straight, and some are curvy, and some are uphill, and some are downhill. But when I wake up every single morning and say, okay, what can I do in my business today? Because I know I can't fail. I know whatever I do today is not going to be a failure. It is going to be the next step to whatever it is that I want, that I dream, that I desire, and all of this. Ask yourself that. When you wake up in the morning, I want you to look in the mirror, right? You guys look in the mirror, and I want you to say, the power of the mind is so strong, so strong. I deserve this. I am the best at what I do. In the book, Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill talks about in different case studies of who saw the message every single day. I am the best salesman. I am the best. I am. It is, what? I'm okay as a coach and mentor. I mean, I can hold my own. Who's going to buy into that? Like, who's going to buy into that? Nobody's going to buy into that. Not a single damn person, I'm sorry to say, is going to buy into that. Nobody. Nada. All right? So come up with a plan. Y'all, nothing fancy. You don't need anything fancy for that plan. And as you're developing that plan, I want you to think about all the fears that you're having, the anxiety that this plan is causing, that like, I can't do that. I don't have the help for that. I don't have the tools for that. I don't have the resources for that. No. They're all there. Everything is there. You just got to look for it. You just got to want it bad enough to see it. Because when we don't want it, we don't see it, right? But when we want it bad, it's all there. It's all there. Everything is there. Everything we want is there. It may not be in a silver platter like you want it, but every single thing we want is there. All right. Every single thing we want. And just remember, y'all, I want you to try to find inside of you your inner 7/8-year-old. Yes, I'm his mom. Of course I'm his mom, right? Kid has no fear. He still doesn't have any fear. And of course I'm the mom taking the picture. I'm okay that sign says danger. There's grassy area over there. We'll be fine. I didn't have a runner. You know, the kids that are runners. I didn't have that kid. You can see little chunky monkey. I didn't have the runner kid. You guys find your inner 7 and 8-year-old. Find that. Get rid of the fear. They have no fear. And find your inner 2-year-old and learn to say no. Because there's no, I know, I like, there's no in this world. No. When somebody tells you no, you turn that no into a yes. Got it? All right, y'all. Let me see here. I try to ignore the comments a little bit. Not that they're not amazing, because they are, because then I get super sidetracked. But y'all are super amazing. Thank you so much for sharing this out to everybody in your circle. I really do appreciate it. And I love this. Michelle is like, so true. I was planning all through a work meeting today. I love that. Just make your list, y'all. We were talking about list making the other night. I got this little like handy dandy, like eat, drink. I'm supposed to like meal plan them. Y'all, I don't use it for that. It's 50 cents. I use it to make my list, and I scratch out everything that I need to do. And right now we're in a launch. So it is like, ask Leanne, y'all. Leanne, don't quit on me now. We got this, right? We got this. Nate says, I'm heavy struck schedule that I have, that I had to plan out. And I've used the bubble chart to map it out. It works. It's amazing. Nate's in my coaching group. And so he knows all about my bubble. And Nate, I got a lot of people, a lot of I'm just saying, I got a lot of shit for those bubble chart, because they're like, you seriously, she wants us to bubble this out. I do. And it works. And it's amazing, because we're creatives and our mind works differently. If I sat down with somebody who's a CPA and said, hey, let's bubble chart out your business, they would look at me like I was like high or something. So yeah, but we're creatives. We work really well in circles. Isn't that weird? We don't like to be in boxes. Y'all, you guys ever know that? Like, creatives are shut down by squares. Suddenly, when we get circles, we feel better. Think about it. We feel much better when things are in circles, don't we? We feel much better. It's the way our mind works. Our minds are just different than everybody else's. And when we discover and we know how to work with our mind, it took me a long time to figure out my mind. I'm still not done yet, right? I'm still not done, but it took me a long time. Creatives' minds work better in circles. We don't work well in squares. How about that? All righty. I know Michelle's finally done. She's like, I finally have the volume up, because I can't imagine those words or anything stellar on there. Yes, Kim, your store has to be open every day. That means y'all have to show up every day. You got to show up every day. If you have a brick and mortar and you don't show up and the store doesn't open and there's no note on the door and people come, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? They're going to be mad, right? They're going to be frustrated. They're going to be annoyed with you. They're not going to come back. Your social media is the same exact way. When you don't show up, they go away. They go to somebody else. They go to somebody else who's trying to do what you were doing or did. There's always somebody else, y'all. They may not do it like you do it, but there's always somebody else, right? Christy says, at first I was afraid to ask questions to learn. Never be afraid. I know that, Christy. So I know inside the coaching group, there's a little bit of a fear, because I hold them accountable. Like, I hold them accountable for their actions. I love Sunny too. She's on my mat. She's like, don't fire me. I'm here. Last time I met with her, don't fire me. Girlfriend, I'm not going to fire you. I can see you're working. We're good. There's a little fear. Yeah, I fire my people when they don't work. How many coaching groups do that? Come on. You don't work? Bye. I'll see you later. I ain't got time for that. I want success. I want success. Your success is my success. And if I don't have a bunch of successes, then I'm not successful at what I do. So bye, Felicia. Moving on. See ya. Moving on. Did you know that fear and excitement release the same endorphins in the brain? Yeah, but I would prefer to have excitement endorphins than fear endorphins. Don't quit, pivot. Yeah, Kim, you got the message this month. That's for sure. They can't show up if we don't show up. Yes, Nate. Yes. That should be like a shirt, right? Like, seriously, like it's amazing. And what's really weird is that I haven't really like on the page, like online, I show up, I'm every single day. I'm in my communities, inside my pay groups. People pay me every single day. I show up every single day in those groups. I'm there every day. They know I'm there every day. They know they can message me every day. Email's a little rough. We're working on that. I'm coming up with some better processes for email because it's a little rough right now. But they know that I'm there every single day. So, Hello, Shannon. How are you, baby girl? And my mom is here. Hi, Mom. Hey, how are you? So my mom is back in the beautiful state of Oregon. Can you guys, you know what? I'm going to tell you guys something. You know what? My mom closes on our very first house tomorrow. Isn't that exciting? Her very first house. My mom, I'm going to tell my mom's age. My mom's 70 years old, and she closes on her first house tomorrow. Is that not the most freaking exciting thing ever? It's so exciting, and I'm so excited for your mom. I know you're excited as well. It's been a long time coming. We had to push hard to make this all happen, but we never gave up. We kept pushing through, and you know what? Sarina doesn't take no for anything. No, she doesn't. She just keeps on pushing. So anyways, my mom closes on her first house tomorrow, all by herself. I really wish that I could be there with her by her side to do that. But unfortunately, with $1,000 plane ticket, y'all, to get to Oregon, Sarina's really cheap. I'm like $1,000. I'm going to drive to Oregon for that. And then I was like, ooh, $5 a gallon? Maybe not. So anyways, so congrats to my mom for closing on her first house. I'm really excited for her, and I can't wait to see it. And Christy says 27 domains. Actually, I had 29 today, but I canceled 2, so I am down to 27. Krista says that my kid has taught me big time fear when we thought he had cancer. I know. How's Sean doing? Fear of his first, fear of sending him to school every day, so much fear. The good has always outweighed the tough, hard, scary. John is the best job I'll ever have being his mama. I'm so thankful in every way. And Krista, I think about y'all all the time. I was just thinking about y'all the other day. So Kelly's like, I'm too introvert to be a teacher. I like people, but only when I want to socialize. And I am not an introvert. So as we all know. Michelle, thank you so much. And you're fabulous to work with. You're so fabulous to work with as well. I really appreciate, really appreciate that. So you guys, we are going to wrap up here. You guys, I'm going to be back next week, I think on Monday. Let me look at my planning schedule here. We're going to be back, I think on Monday. Yep, on Monday. We're going to be back here on Monday. Hi, we'll be here on Monday, y'all. And on Monday, we're going to be talking about multiple streams of revenue that we can have inside of our creative businesses. And a lot of people don't realize there are so many streams of revenue of what, we create one thing. And I usually use my little peanut butter guy here. I'll tell his story on Monday. But anyways, peanut butter right here, when I see him or her, it's a him. His name's Peanut Butter. Even tells me it's peanut butter right here. This is birth certificate, y'all. And when I see him, I see multiple streams of revenue. I see digital downloads. I see patterns. I see a membership. I see retail sales. I see wholesale. I see a whole lot of things when I see him. A whole lot of streams of revenue. And so we're going to be talking Monday about different streams of revenue, because I need you guys to get thinking. Also, too, for those of you not in my coaching program, if you're in my coaching program, you already know all the details. But if you're not in my coaching program, the month of July, I am going to be doing an entire month of coaching for $1. $1, make you holler. $1. $1, no catch, no membership, no nothing. I'm going to put you guys through what it's like to be inside of this brain for a month. And if you survive at the end of the month, you'll get an invite into my coaching program. And if I'm just too much for y'all, no hard feelings. I'm okay with that. I'm all right with that. So we do have a wait list for that. The cart for that is going to open on the 20th of June. And so on the 20th of June, the cart will open for that. But if you want to get on the wait list, you'll be the first to know. It's $1, y'all, for the entire month of July. You're like, why $1? Because I do Date Me for $1 every single month. See? Or every single year. Ken and Barbie right there. Date me for $1. $1, make you holler. So anyways, yeah, so you're going to date me for $1, and we're going to date, and I'm going to teach you a whole bunch of things and hopefully get you a whole bunch of wins. And I want you to see your business in a whole new light. And then that way, when August comes, you're ready to push into fourth quarter. You're ready to plow through your sales and get there and get where you want to go. And most of all, when January comes along and you're ready to start those multiple streams of revenue and those memberships and those subscription boxes and those passive streams of revenue and monetizing social media and all of that, you're like, man, Sarina gave me the tools to do that. I gave you the tools to do that. Yes, I did. So anyways, make sure you get on the wait list. If you're in my coaching groups, please don't. You don't need to. Don't worry. You won't need to. But I would love to see you guys in the month of July. But I may be back here Monday. Let's talk about all the streams of revenue we can create with peanut butter. Because I know you think it's just a sock sloth. It is a sloth. See? It's a sock sloth. Say that real quick 10 times. It's not just a sock sloth. I see a little mini empire here. I see a mega empire with one thing. All right. And I want you to see your business in the same light as well. All right. So I'm going to leave y'all with a little promo video. I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. And if you're in my coaching group, I'll be back at 9 o'clock. Power hour session tonight. I'm going to rock your world tonight with passive income. No. Well, it's kind of passive income, actually. It's affiliate income. But I am going to, man, it's like Christmas morning for us inside the Nook. So anyways, my Nookers, I'll see you guys in about an hour because I'm ready to rock your world. I'm ready to change your mind like forever in a day, forever in a day. If only I could do that right now. I'm ready to rock your world right now. And if y'all want to fill somebody in on what that means, then go for it. But it's like a little inside joke. Little inside joke there. All right, you guys, I love you, and I'll see you later.